We're back. We're doing it. Can you believe it? One more time. Josh answers. Yeah, I know. Not catchy. Thinking about maybe like ask Josh, but I realized that no one's actually asking me anything. I'm going online and like commandeering questions. So can someone out there that sees this video just ask me anything at all in the comments of this video? And while you're here, you know what to do. Okay, we're back on Reddit in the Musicians Forum. This comes from Andrew Fogarty. I'm a new artist who needs help with promotion and getting more of a following. Hi, I'm a new musician. I'm also 14, going on 15. Shout out Sound of Music. And I was wondering how to promote my music with no money. I have a new song coming out next week, but I have a feeling I won't get nearly the amount of streams that I want to have. If any of you are smaller artists who have reached over 1,000 followers on Spotify, could you let me know how? I'm happy to help. Now listen, I don't have over 1,000 followers on Spotify, so if you want to turn the video off right now, feel free. I get it. But if you're wondering how I'm attacking the same problem, I'm happy to share you what I'm thinking of currently. Happy to share with you what I'm thinking of currently. Okay, so the first thing I'll point out here is this sentence. I have a new song coming out next week, but I have a feeling I won't get nearly the amount of streams, that I want to have. What are you doing right now to get streams? Anything? My guess is probably nothing. So what you should be doing out of the gate is expect to have no listens, no streams, none, zero. Every time I put a song out, that's the expectation. No one's gonna listen. What does that expectation do? It puts me in a position I have to make it happen. Now, the money game online, you don't have money to spend. I don't want to spend my money on promoting my music. Now, maybe that's silly, but I'll tell you that the math just doesn't make sense to me. If I put, let's say, $100 behind a TikTok video that has my song in it, at the off chance that someone's gonna hear that song and care enough about it to be like, who is this? And they have to go to Spotify to find that song and then stream it, how long do you think it would take, how many streams, until I make that $100 back? Answer, I'm never going to see that money ever again. Not anytime soon, at least. And so that's why I just don't want to play that game. It seems silly to me to try to spend money like that, to spray and pray that some of those dollars will convert into actual fans. No, I wouldn't do that at all right now. And obviously you're not going to do that anyway. So let's get past that. What we got to be thinking about is what can we do that's in our control to get people to hear our music? Now for you, you might think about some outside the box ideas. You might think about, is this song, could it be on someone's YouTube channel? Can they use it in the background of a video they're making? Can I give it to someone where it becomes an asset to their creative vision, and people that follow that person will then hear my music and then come back to me? That's a free thing you can do. All it costs you is an email. So just go after it. Try to get your song into places where people are already at. Simple as that. You're on Reddit right now. You could post your song on there. But I will tell you that a lot of songs I see posted on the Reddit forum have 0 views and no comments. Why is that? Because everyone's doing it themselves. And so I think the challenging thing that people have to realize is that when you're releasing a song, it's such a big deal for you as an artist. You put thought into it. This little spark in your head is actually a real thing that you can hear and experience and get taken off to when you put your headphones on and get taken to this song. It's a magical thing. And it's a lot of work to get to that point, period, let alone to take that and kind of cross the threshold of trying to get an audience to give a shit about it. Hard thing to do. And so, yeah, the cards are stacked against you. Probably no one's going to listen. And you've already done all this work just to get this point. And really now the game begins. And so when you think about releasing songs, it's really easy to think about the one-to-one. What's this song? What am I doing? How do I get listenership? And then that book closes and another one opens up and we're on to the next song. And that last song is kind of behind us. But much like the last video where I was trying to talk about bringing your audience with you, you have to bring your listenership with you. You have to build something that they want to get invested in. Now, why don't I have 1,000 monthly listeners on Spotify? Well, it's because you are lazy. You don't listen to my music. No, for real. It's because I don't put enough music out there. I wouldn't say that the music that's on Spotify right now is actually exemplary of the music that I have cooking or in my head, the hundreds of songs that are going to be coming out here soon. And that's shame on me. I saw a post recently that was talking about TikTok and Apple Music and talking about how people think about TikTok. They show up every day with a video, put content out, but when it comes to releasing a song on Spotify or Apple Music, they might be there once every 4 months and their listenership jumps and then it fades away and they go, why? Well, it's because Spotify and Apple Music are now social media. Now, is that a good thing? No, probably not. But is it what it is? Yeah. These are algorithms that are trying to serve up songs to people to keep them on the platform. It's no different than TikTok. So why are we approaching these things differently? And part of it's because we're artists. And so it has to fit our creative vision, and it just has to be just right. That's the tough thing that you have to kind of wrestle against. I'm wrestling against right now. How I hear these songs in my head is different than what I can produce right now in this studio. But if I wait until I can play the song the way I want to play it, then I'm never going to have an audience for it. And if I wait for an audience that wants to hear my music to start putting music out, then by the time that I actually start putting music out, I'm going to be awful. So my thinking is, let me start right now releasing music like crazy, as frequently as I can. I'm hoping for, a dream would be once a week, a new song comes out this year. And that's a crazy thing to say. I even kind of got a little clumped up when I said it, scared the shit out of me. But think about it. If I showed up every week with a new jam that people enjoyed, the compounding effects of that would bring people in. And the Spotify algorithm would say, this is something that people are coming back to week after week after week. And I'm certain that my monthly listenership would grow from the 20 that is right now to, 30, if I'm lucky. No, much more. And that's the game I'm going to be playing right now. So rather than me put money into boosting a post in hopes that I find the right audience, I'm going to control what I can control. I'm going to create my own audience. I'm going to create my own content where people might find me and like what I'm saying and get inspired then to see what else I'm about. Like, hey, this video is pretty good. Maybe he's got some tunes. And then hopefully they convert to be real fans. And then while I'm doing that, keep putting music out regularly so this one-off song doesn't have so much pressure on it. Because truth be told, as you start releasing music more frequently, and my hope is I get better and better at it. The artwork gets better, the videos get better, the sound of the song gets better, the sonic, whatever gets better. And that's really the game we should, especially at 14 or 15, right? Like, God, if I could only go back to my 14 or 15-year-old self, I would say, hey, Josh, it's me from the future. Yeah. I can't believe it either. I can grow a beard now too. It took a long time, but here we are. Let's put that aside. What I would say to my former self, my younger self, would be, you don't have to be a phenom to be a musician. You don't have to be Mozart. You don't have to be this incredible musician extraordinaire that gets famous at 14. Actually, you'll be lucky if you don't. Because the truth of it is that you want this moment, this thing you want so badly. It's a really great gift if it can meet you at the right time in your life that you can actually appreciate it. And that's why I'm excited about building this now, because I know who I am. I'm not worried about what people think about me. Here I am. And I think that's the best version of myself that people could actually be attracted to in terms of a following for music, because that's the story that I want to get behind. So right now, I would put less pressure on yourself to get streams of this specific song and think more holistically about the journey you're on as a musician and what you're hoping to aspire towards. Because if you're thinking about it longer, which is hard to do at 14 going on 15, then you're going to be thinking about how this is really just one piece of a puzzle and not the entire puzzle. And you'll start thinking about the next piece and the next piece and the next piece. And before you know it, you're going to have this beautiful picture, which is your body of work that people can actually get behind and support. But if you're thinking about, how do I make this one puzzle be the one piece that fits the best? It's a game that, you'll burn out trying to play. And I've burned out before. A big part of the reason I don't have music out right now is me going like, why doesn't it sound like the Beatles? I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make here is that you thinking holistically and releasing over and over and over again is probably the right move right now. It's the move I'm going to be finding and trying out. So if you want to try it out with me, please feel free. If you want to follow along this year as I put music out and see if my monthly subscriptions and listeners list goes from 20 to 200, well, we're going to watch that together. And my friend Andrew, good luck. If you're already asking these questions at 14, you're way ahead where I was at. And I hope this question and answer helps you. Tune in next time for Josh Answers. It's your old buddy, Josh. Happy Monday. See you next time.